Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2023. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Virgo. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings, Virgo. Congratulations. Take a bow. Really, no, I'm serious. Pat yourselves on the back. We just came out of the shifting of the nodes. We had the heaviest retrograde period in the history of the planet, and then the eclipses. You're a brand new person. You made it. You made it to November. So you are, and I'm not joking about being a brand new person. Y'all are going through changes. Y'all are going through some major transformations, okay? A lot of y'all have some significant transformations, new beginnings in your life, okay? So this is kind of like your Truman Show moment. Do you remember the end of the Truman Show when he, fought through the storms, like the artificial storms and whatnot? But he made it. He climbed those stairs and he opened the door. And he made it. And now he's starting his new life. And so I want you to think about that. And one of the reasons why I'm using the Truman Show as a analogy here is because Neptune, which if you're a subscriber, you know I never talk about Neptune. Neptune is very active this month. Neptune is all about imagination. It's all about creativity. So we're going to talk about that later. But hey, what happened with Jim Carrey after he walked through the door? Nobody knows. So it's time to use your imagination. It's time to get creative. It's time to think about what you imagine for yourself for your future as you enter this new chapter in your life. Remember, this series of eclipses, we're entering a brand new series of eclipses. So there's a lot of changes happening for y'all, all right? And then November. I said that in a weird way. I know I did. November is, listen, there are less aspects than, that we've recently had that we're used to the past 2 months. However, they pack really big punches. And I'm not going to lie, there are extremely, I was holding back. I was saying like orgasmic, like great days. But there are actually really great days this month. And there are also really challenging days this month. So remember that Mars and the Sun are still in Scorpio in the beginning half. So there's that intensity, but we do have a new moon in Scorpio. Okay, we're going to talk about that. We also have a full moon in Gemini. Think about what happened back in June, around June 17th, June 18th. The reason I bring that up is because Saturn in November, the first week of November, Saturn finally goes direct and it went retrograde the same time around that the new moon in Gemini. So lots happening this month. There's a lot happening this month. I'm not even gonna lie, this is gonna be a really interesting month, especially as we enter Sagittarius season. There's gonna be a big shift toward your family and your home and your children. There really is, but at the same time and relationships too, for sure. But at the same time, there is going to be a lot of partnership activity is still like a big thing for y'all. So Virgos, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you for November 2023. Again, this is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, after I do your spread, I pull a lot more cards. I break it down week by week. There is just so much happening. I haven't even told you about the fact that we have a Mars Kazemi. Yeah, we've been having Mercury Kazimis lately, but now we have a Mars Kazemi, and that one's like, buckle your seatbelt. I love that one. And Venus is entering Libra too. It's absolutely amazing. There's let's do it. Let's get started. See what's going on for you. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, I would recommend it, especially if you are here for money. A lot of y'all got new jobs. Definitely looking at what's going on for y'all, or will be getting new jobs. So there is a lot of money stuff happening. It is in your second house. All right. So and the moon, of course, just because there's the new moon and the full moon are kind of intense this month. So again, we'll talk about that, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you for this month. Okay. November 2023. 23. Now, Virgo, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, really brings the best overview. I am going to pull some clarifiers for this month. And it looks like you are, yeah. There's gonna be, like I said, Neptune's gonna be really active. Mars is still at play. You're seeing it here, but you're good. You're good. You definitely are. If you haven't changed a job, a partnership, a relationship, something, you will. You will. Let's get started. You did get the Four of Cups, okay? So the Four of Cups did come up in your past, so that's always a good thing when the Four of Cups comes up in your past, all right? This is showing that there could have been something that you were in a place where I would say this card's a test. It's testing your gratitude. There could have been some Virgos who have just been like so over it. You could have been so over it with a lot of things that have been happening with their life. Okay, you're just like, okay, I need this. I'm not interested anymore, or I'm bored with this, or something's got to happen. Something's got to give. Something's got to change. Okay, but at the same time, you still need to have that gratitude. Okay, you still have to have that gratitude. It is the most important thing. All right, it is one of the highest vibrations in the law of attraction. You want the things that you want. You gotta have that gratitude. Okay, because if you're stuck in those energies of, look at him. You see that cup from the hand of spirit offering him. It's being offered another cup. He's already got three. Look at his arms crossed over, crossing off his heart. All right. So you really have that gratitude for everything that is happening in your life. Okay. So it really is, one thing that's coming up is, I feel like y'all did have a tower moment. Didn't y'all have a tower moment last week? So even with those situations, if something did happen, especially with these eclipses that were heavy, especially the one that we just came out of with Taurus, in Taurus, if there is still something, if something happened that you saw unfavorably at the time, or if you're going through a phase where just like, this is just like, I'm over it, or I didn't see this coming, and it's really put me in a mood, like, like door closed, eating Ben and Jerry's, binge watching the Fall of the House Usher, not leave. You know what I mean? Like locking yourself. No. You don't do that. You don't do that. You raise your gratitude. Okay, just baby steps. Okay, even if it's just like giving a compliment to someone. Okay, just every day, just give someone a compliment. All right, that they just raise gratitude, raise their energy field. That is the biggest thing. Okay, that is coming through. It's because you are going through so much. Virgos are going through so much transformation, but it really is something that is going to help you when you are self-aware of that. All right, and when I say gratitude, it's not just like when you, I don't know, order delivery and the guy drops off your food and you're like, thank you, right? Sure, that's gratitude, but when you're more in like receptive mode, when you're actually like, doing things like going out of your way to give a compliment or to like open a door for, someone, or do you know what I mean? Like, then that's when you feel it. All right. And I'm sorry I'm harping on that, but I am getting a big energy of like, let's talk about this. Okay. Raising your energy levels. But, the good thing is, Once that's all a go, you're good. You got the Six of Wands in the heart of your spread, okay? So that gratitude is really going to help. This card is all about victory. It's all about success. And let me remind you, this is not a weekly reading. This is a monthly reading. You're good. You're ascending. It's right there in your, like, I'm looking at what's happening for you astrologically. I'm like, wow, Virgos are definitely starting something new. And it's, you're good. A lot of y'all have, again, I know that, like, it's so funny too. I have a colleague at my full-time job who, one of my favorites, and he was at our company for 12 years, and he left. He's a Virgo, and he left to pursue a passion, which was opening up a wine shop. And so very excited for him. And, this is part of his personal, he put so much effort into, having all these certificates and being a winosaur, or what is the word for it? Oh gosh, I'm just blanking on the word right now. A winologist, you know what I mean. And I know it's there's a word out there, but that's his part of his growth, part of his personal growth, part of his spiritual growth. He knew it was time. He knew it was time for this to happen to make him happy. And there you go. There you go. Okay. So have those moments. All right. Have those wonderful moments of, and especially because Jupiter is, like I said, he was at the company for 12 years. Jupiter it takes 12 years to make an orbit to get back to like where that house that it's in. And right now it's in your ninth house of spirituality and publishing. If you're like writing a book, long distance travel, education, learning something new, maybe becoming a teacher. But even still, you're good for, I mean, this is absolutely amazing. And I love that you did get the Six of Wands. Now you did get the Emperor. Okay. In your challenge area, two things here. There could be a part of you that could be a little aggressive this month. Just be very mindful of that. Like, don't like, you're Virgos, all right? You're tidy, you're neat, things are organized. You got to keep that structure, okay? Keep that structure. There could even be some family matters that may involve like a father figure or a father, or if you're a father or a paternal figure, but it doesn't even have to be like, it's just really masculine energy with the Emperor. That could be like a little challenging. And we're going to talk about that when I talk about some of these placements that are happening, or aspects that are happening this month. But even still, there could also be like someone within your world, within your orbit, that is just not cool. All right, not cool. It's someone who's got a little power trippy vibe going on. Someone that could bring a little bit of like a whirlwind of chaos into your life, and you just got to be like, back off, right? Okay. It could be, yeah. So keep that in mind. That may be a thing, especially with the Emperor in your challenge area. And so it really is going to be something. It could be, I'm not going to lie, it could be something that, okay, so with us moving into Sagittarius season, that's your home sector, right? Your domestic sector. So there's going to be a lot of focus and activity and attention around home, around parents, around family, around children, and whatnot. But remember, Mars is still in Scorpio. This card is ruled by Mars, right? So Mars is still in Scorpio for the first half of the month, and that is your third house. So it could be with siblings, or aunts or uncles or neighbors, right? So because some of y'all may be moving this month or even next month. But keep that in mind. Okay, a lot of family, home stuff, things at home. Just think at home. But you did get the star. I love this. Okay, absolutely love this for you. You did get the star in your crown. Very amazing. This is, all about like healing and wisdom, and the stars aligning for you, your hopes and wishes. Like, this is really great. I really love this for you. All right. So there is a sense of a lot of y'all, things are happening for you for sure. I mean, again, with the Six of Wands and the heart of your spread, and now this star, like a lot of y'all have moved into new places in your life, or will, like 1000% will. So if things have been hard, you're going to be fine. Just have that gratitude. Okay. That's going to help a lot. Now, you did get the Two of Wands as well. So this is fine. This is great. It just means that you're planning your next step. I mean, this is just showing there is something new happening, something that is going to be very successful. All right. I mean, this card is all about success. It's all about eminence, right? The Six of Wands. In fact, if you wanted to trace the word back to its etymological root, eminence, we're going way back to Latin. Okay. Eminere, to rise above. All right. Remember, this is in the heart of your spread, and it's a monthly reading. Now, in your future, you did get the Seven of Pentacles. All right. So again, there may be some decision that you're going to have to make about something or other. But it is going to be something that is possibly something that is within like, think about like what you've invested in up until this point, and ask yourself, like, is this it for me? right? Remember I said from the very beginning, you've opened that door at the end of Truman Show. What's next for you? Okay? Really think about that because it looks like you will. It looks like you will. It looks like you're going to have some emphasis on what's next for you. All right. So, especially when it comes to money and career. And if you're not here for that, it's just, Pentacles, sure, it's money and wealth, but at the same time, they're earthbound. So it's your physical reality. You also got the Nine of Wands. So it looks like it may be something big, something where you're going to be resilient. And there you go. You hang in there. You hang in there, Virgo. You're gonna get it all. You see that you got the Empress and Empress. First thing I'm gonna point out, 3, right? 3, the birth of new things, creation. So again, like I said, with this energy of something new that's happening for y'all, clear as day here. And it's happening for a lot of signs, but this is clear as day. You particularly, whatever new thing it is, it's you rising above. It's you ascending. It's you being victorious. It's absolutely amazing. And the Empress, come on, you saw your last. If you didn't see your last week's reading, the Empress showed up. Okay, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna tell you where she set up in your staff, or oh gosh, I already okay. Well, I'm not gonna ruin it, but if you didn't see your last week's reading about the lunar eclipse, she came up, so you're golden here. All right, this is just you living life through passion, through pleasure, sensuality, sexuality. This is also a lot of like self-confidence is coming through for me. There's a lot of you just feeling really good, and actually, oh my goodness, Venus, like I said, moving into Libra. Did I mention that? Venus is moving into Libra. So Venus is leaving your sign and it's moving into Libra. But you should like that, okay? Because like I said, Venus moving into Libra, Venus is in its domicile. Venus rules Libra. All right, so Venus is at home in Libra. And this card is like, you can even see the symbol of Venus here in her stone-shaped heart, but there is again, the second house, because Venus in Libra is your second house, right? So not only money, right, which is a big thing that's coming up here, and Venus does rule money, okay? And it's in your second house of finances and money. And the second house is natively ruled by Taurus, so it is money and finances. So money is a big thing, like a new direction where you could get like a new job or a new income stream or whatnot. There could be just some attention to money, but abundance in it. All right. But remember, it is also self-worth and self-value. Okay. So you're good. She is, that golden scepter she holds creates all this abundance. I mean, everything she touches turns to gold. So this is living life through pleasure and passion, and it's just like feeling good. It's that Venus and Libra energy. Like it feels good to feel good. Like you're good. You're good. You're golden. I mean, you have the 6 of Wands, the Star, and the Empress. Like I love this. So let's get to your staff. Virgo, you're good. You're moving in this ascending direction. All right. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. I want to know. What's going on with the Virgos. Especially, because there are so many big changes happening for you. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. All right, so you, okay, yeah. Money is a big thing for y'all this month, isn't it? Well, I can tell you that you did get the 7 of Cups. Okay, so remember I said Neptune is really active this month? Just really, really know what you want. Okay, really know what you want. Don't. A big message is like, don't like lie to yourself about something. Like, don't like just follow your truths. Follow your truths. Okay, know when you are like there's a fine balance between like fantasy and reality. And we'll talk about this more, like, especially with all these, Neptune aspects that are happening. But, with the Seven of Cups here, really, really know what you want. Okay. And I want you to communicate it too. Okay. This card is ruled by Scorpio. Like I said, Scorpio is in your third house, which, the main thing about the third house is communication. All right. So I really want you to communicate the things that you need, but also in a way where it's not like, be very realistic. Just be very realistic about it, and be very realistic about the things that you want. There could be a lot of different things that you want. The other message coming through is that some Virgos are in a place where you may not know what you want next. There could be some big things happening in your life, and you have absolutely no idea. So really trust your intuition and let your intuition guide you, and have that gratitude, and you'll see the difference it makes. Okay. Trust me on that. You definitely will. All right. So you did get the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So came up in your external factors area, another Taurus card, actually. So there is going to be a sense of, the biggest message that's coming through is that there is going to be a sense of some Virgos this month will feel a little like, whoa, what's going on? I feel very alone, and I can't do this alone. And, or there could have been a situation where, you just maybe feel held back a little bit. Some of y'all could have, just gone through like job losses or whatnot. But again, look at your spread in just even astrologically, like, you're ascending. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. In fact, that full moon in Gemini will be in your 10th house of career at the end of the month. All right, Virgo. But there is a sense of just so that's for some Virgo. Another message coming through is that is what's actually fueling you. A lot of y'all do not want to be in a place where you're just like, you feel alone. Like, there's, again, so moving into Sagittarius season, there's so much love with Venus and Libra, and then with all this happening in your home sector, family, children, like, so it's nice. It's moving there, and it's almost like that's fueling you now. Or maybe you're in a place where you did like had some sort of financial loss, or even just something in your material world. There could have been some sort of loss, or a breakup or whatnot, and you may feel alone, but that could be fueling you to do all these things that you're passionate about. Okay, remember, imagine what you want for yourself when you open that door at the end of the Truman Show, when you exit that studio, right? And it's like, what is next? What is next? Feel empowered. You're empowered to make it through that storm. Now, you have the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So it is clear as day here for me now, it is clear as day that there is a sense of, well, the biggest thing is, like, it looks like you just really want to take care of people. You want to take care of people. That's who you are anyway, Virgos. It's all that about service to others, and, that loyalty. And, Virgos are, tug at my heart, because, like I always say, like, my mom's a Virgo, my dog's a Virgo. I have a lot of Virgo people in my life, but it does look like there is a sense of, like, what you're doing. You're doing it for, you're considering others with your goals and in your future, for a lot of y'all. But for a lot of y'all, it's just money. A lot of y'all is just like, I just want money. I just don't, basically, you just don't want to stress about money anymore. You don't want to stress about things. You want to have the resources to take care of yourself, and not only yourself, but everybody within your world. So I really love that, because at the end of the day, you got the Chariot too. So there is a sense of just like, boom, all right, like, I found that willpower. It looks like you are going to find it, like, especially with a decision that you make, or something that you may still let go. But if you feel things are kind of off this month, it's like mastering those dualities now, right? But really being in this headspace where you really get it, and you have this plan for moving forward, and you're leaving any challenges and obstacles behind. Oh gosh. So I'm clarifying both of these. Well, let me do that one too. Okay. So with the Five of Pentacles here, external factors area, you got the Death card. So like I said earlier, this is one of the biggest transformative months for you. Like you are going through some major transformation, and now it is clear as day that you're going through it, especially with the death card showing up. This is all about transformation. So yeah, again, a lot of y'all just do not want to be in a place where you have to worry. Okay, so don't, so don't think about, like, again, of all the amazing things that are going to happen for you this month. All right. So, and then with the Chariot, you got the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So it looks like there is something that is going to be, could be a little heartbreaking this month. It could be really emotionally challenging this month. But at the end of it all, it's almost like a sense of relief is coming up. And I'll do one more clarifier for you. Yeah, there is got to be something that I'm going to do a couple more. There is going to be something that is, it looks like you're leaving something behind that's hard for you, okay? And it's hard for you to let it go. You are going to have a moment, but it is, the Ten of Swords, by the way, is all about, this is the card of new dawn. All right. So it's a 10, right? 1-0 equals 1, new beginning. And then dawn is the start of a new day, right? All these dark clouds are clearing, but you see the man completely impaled. There's a reason for that. All right. And it's because he's gone through it. He's definitely hit rock bottom. All right. But there's a sense of, like, when you hit rock bottom, you still got to get up. You got to get up. You got to climb your way back up. Okay. And so there is a sense of that happening for some of y'all, especially because it's coming after the Three of Swords here, which is, again, something that could be emotionally challenging. And then followed by that, you have the Five of Cups. All right. So there is something that is happening here, but then you have Temperance. And so, looking at this month, it looks like you are going to do something that is heartbreaking. Maybe for you, okay? Let me give you a perfect example. The guy that I was just telling you about, the colleague who's leaving a job that he loved, that he was at for 12 years, to start his own to open a wine shop. When you have that kind of relationship with, being at a job for so long, it's heartbreaking to leave that. It's like your second family, all your colleagues. It's really, it's hard to do that. But you get really excited about your new beginning. It looks like, with these three cards flanked by the Chariot and Temperance here, you're actually really, really good, because it looks like you're the one that is going to do something that can be emotionally challenging, and but it's setting you up for this new thing. Now it's just like, just don't look back, and you're going to be fine. And Temperance is all about, like, having that self-restraint. It's all about moderation, but it's also like asking you to just, hey, don't worry, be fine. Everything's cool. Everything's chill. Just enjoy life. Enjoy life right now, because you're on this new path that's clearly going to bring you a lot of abundance. Yet again, Virgo, you have another, like, big spread, like, very transformative, but this really does feel more like you're going to be doing it. And it could be something that, like, it may be hard for you. You may be divorcing, or you may be choosing to divorce, or you may be choosing to leave a job, or you may be choosing, do you know what I mean? Like, there's something that you're doing that could be really hard for you. And it's ending something for something else to begin. Just don't look back. Don't look back. Okay. Don't look back in anger either. That's a song, by the way. How old are you? Is an Oasis song. Y'all know that band? But yeah, don't look back, especially with the Five of Cups there. Immediately followed by, Temperance. I mean, you have an archangel protecting you. In your final, you see, like, the two cups that the archangel has, and then you see the two cups here. You can't even see these two cups if you keep looking to the past. You gotta know that you're protected and you're fine. Okay. You're protected and you're fine. Don't forget, you have the Six of Wands at the heart of your spread. You got the Star. You got the Empress in your future with a Death card. Like you're fine. You're going to be great. But it is going to be something this month that may be hard for you. All right. But it looks like it's going to be something that you do, that you choose to do, that may be heartbreaking. Maybe not for you. For some Virgos, it could be for someone else. But it can be just, again, something just like leaving a job that you worked at for so long. It's like, oh, you get really emotional. Okay. So with that said, let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the first week of November. Now it is, I'm not going to lie. We have this, we kick it off really nice with the sign opposite Jupiter on November 2nd. Yes, take out your notebooks, take notes. This is a great day. It really is a lot about expansion. But then we go into all these other oppositions that are just like, whoa. And we're going to break it down more in the weekly readings. The main thing I want you to know is on the 4th, Saturn goes direct, okay? Saturn, like I said, has been retro. So it's almost like now the responsibilities are back. Now there's a sense of like you putting a lot of action into your relationships, because Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Okay. And that is business, work, career, or love, romance. It can be like a friendship, a realtor if you're going to move, because some of y'all are moving. So let's see what's going on for you. All right. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the first week of November. You're going to be fine. We got the King of Cups. You're going to be fine. You're going to be like emotionally, it's almost like good for you. Like it's good. Like I like the first week. Okay. I like the first week. You're going to be fine, especially with the King of Cups there. Just remember to communicate. Like I said, that's going to, even like, it's going to help bring a lot of clarity. All right. That's a big thing for y'all, especially with Scorpio. Like I mentioned, in your 3rd house of communication, and the King of Cups is Scorpio. All right. And he is very emotionally stable. And he is very intuitive. And he has all this love and all this self-love. And actually on November 4th, Mercury will oppose Uranus. And as we know, Mercury is your ruling planet. So it just be really, it's a day where you can just be very compelling. Okay. Same day as Saturn goes direct. Now, second week of November, Venus is going to trine Pluto. All right. This is happening on November 6th. Now, this is, y'all, we haven't had this. Yeah, okay. So Venus trining Pluto. Remember, Venus is in your sign. Trining. One of the most powerful, like super transformative. So here's the thing. Pluto is in Capricorn, right? That's your 5th house of love and romance. Venus is a planet of love, romance, and money. And Pluto, there's money too, but this whole thing about that. But anyway, this is a day where I'm not going to lie. It is just like, there could be like intensity in terms of like love and like romance. Okay. If you're single, you better go out there that day. Oh, you're gonna miss out. But if you're not here for love or romance, it is definitely money related. There could be some like money stuff, but a lot of power on this day, a lot of powerful stuff happening. And then Mercury, again, your ruling planet, is going to trine Neptune on this day too. So your imagination could go really wild too. But this is like, again, we'll go a deeper, all right, in the weekly readings. But Venus trine Pluto is just fuego. It's fuego. Now, on the 8th, Venus is going to be moving into Libra. We're going to love this. So things are just going to feel good. All right. In terms of love, and things are going to feel really, really, really great. And remember, Venus isn't just love. It is like creativity. It's, gosh, I've just had it's love, it's romance, it's creativity, it's money. It rules a lot of things. Okay. Beauty. But things it's really nice. Now on the 9th, Mercury is going to enter Sagittarius. We're going to talk about this a lot deeper in the weekly reading. Mercury is okay, Mercury is in its detriment in Sagittarius, and it's not such a bad thing. It's more like silly. It's like goofy. It's like a goofy placement. And again, Mercury is your ruling planet. So it's really interesting because Mercury and in Virgo, it's, very logic, like but Mercury being in Sagittarius, which is like wild and adventurous, and it really is, it's a silly placement. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like thinking big and grandiose and being restless, but not knowing like what to do with it. It's like a very optimistic placement, but it's not super organized, if that makes sense. It's like very enthusiastic, but a little scattered. It's like, you know what it is? Have you ever gone to a like an escape room? So it's like that. Like when you go to an escape room and you get there and you're like so giddy, you're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. And then it's just like your brain is forced to think in different ways, like that it never has before, with all these like puzzles, and you gotta solve everything and you gotta get your way out of that room. So it's like fun and adventurous, but it's like, what is going on? And how, like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It is a little, it's a lot like that, actually. One day I want you to watch out for is Mars opposing Uranus. Okay. So this is a challenging day. Okay. Mars is not very happy. And remember, Uranus is all about surprises, okay? Is the unexpected. So there could be some unexpected conflict that arises. Just be chill, all right? Mars is hangry, okay? Mars is the contestant on Survivor who was exiled. He's on exile island, okay? And he's been there for 2 days with no food, and the entire crew forgot about him. And so 5 days later he has to swim back to shore, and he is not happy. He's not happy. But it is going to be it's just be cool. There could be something that is not fun that comes up around this day. But again, it's gonna really, every Virgo is different. It'll affect every Virgo differently. Just if something arises, put on your cool sunglasses. All right, be chill, stay frosty. Now, remember, again, Venus very active this week. Mercury moving into Sagittarius, second week of November is really big. So let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the second week of November. Yeah, look at you. I love it. Nine of Wands. All right. So there is, first, Nine of Wands is Sagittarius. All right. So as we know, Mercury is moving into Sagittarius. So this is very cool because this is, again, like the Nine of Wands is very adventurous. He's not like, it's just like he's so laser focused in this wild way, going toward his passions, and he's just so driven. So I love this energy for you. Some of y'all actually, where are we? Mercury and Sagittarius. Okay. Yeah. So some of y'all actually may go on a trip around the second week or be planning a trip by this time. Just be aware that Mercury does go retrograde next month. We'll talk about that next month, okay? And I'm not saying don't go on that trip. I go on trips during Mercury retrograde all the time. It's just like sometimes like there may be some flight delays or like, I've talked about Mercury retrograde, but we'll talk about that more later. But even still, this is, if you go on a trip this week, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But it's more about like you going after your passions now, all right? So now the third week of November, we have that new moon in Scorpio. It is, I'm not going to lie, pretty tough, okay? The only reason I say that, I like this new moon in Scorpio. I'm not really, cool with the fact that the sun is going to be opposite Uranus on the same day. So again, remember, Uranus all about surprises, and with this opposition to the sun now, really, you could hear something that is just very surprising. All right. You could hear something very surprising. All right. and it could be something actually about travel because it's hitting both your third house and your ninth house, and both rule travel. So, but even still, it could have to do with something about like siblings or neighbors or aunts or uncles. But the main thing is something about communication. Just you could hear something interesting around this time. But remember, new moons have energy that lasts for a long time. So, the day that I do love is the 17th. Mars and the sun are going to be trining Neptune. So it's like your imagination is going to be wild, right? Just this fountain of brilliant ideas. And that's the same day that we have the Mars Cazimi, the sun conjuncting Mars. This is you like literally like landing on Mars. This is you like this is that big like huge, just think like epic. This is epic. Okay. Just you're gonna feel absolutely driven. Really love this day. All right. So again, not a lot happening this week, but the things that are happening are really big. All right, really big. So let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the third week of November. Oh my goodness. You're good. You're fine. You you're good. You just got the Wheel of Fortune. This card is ruled by Jupiter. This card is all about good fortune. It's all about good luck. It's, the main message coming through though is just keep working with your karma. All right. Remember, it's all about that gratitude. It's all about that gratitude. This card is hugely attached to karma, but this is game changing. This is when the gods above are looking down at you, Virgo, and saying, that Virgo, we really put them through the ringer. We really sent them a lot of like curveballs. And so now we're going to give them a break and we're going to push them we're going to put them on their path to enlightenment, all right, going toward their destiny, but we're going to bump them up, okay, in their timeline. Like this is like amazing. And it is a 10 10 equals 1 new beginning. So this is a game-changing card. All right, this is you really like also like have you see the 4 fixed signs on the corners here in the corners of the wheel. Well, they're all reading the book of law, the book of wisdom. This is like you're good. You're absolutely good. There's some new beginning. Like you were definitely moving into this absolutely like brilliant new beginning. I've used that word brilliant a couple times for you, Virgo. Okay. What card was that? I'm going to get that out there because that's going to be a clarifier. Now, so the 4th week of November, I want you to, the 20th and 21st, okay? Those are great days. The sun and Mars sextiling Pluto. You cannot feel more empowered this day. Now, on the 22nd, the sun is going to move into Sagittarius, all right? So we'll talk about that a lot more when... Another clarifier. This is the first time I'm doing this for y'all, or any sign for that matter. Now, 24th, Mars is moving into Sagittarius, so you see that we have this stellium. Well, there's a huge buildup moving into Sagittarius, so now you're going to start feeling all that family energy and that home energy, and even like parents and children or whatnot. But one day again that I want you to be aware of is the 23rd, when the sun is going to square Saturn. It's not super fun. Not fun at all, especially like the day that it's happening. This is a day where it may be a little bit challenging. So just be cool, be patient with, anything that may arise. Again, every Virgo is different. Every Virgo has a different birth chart. It can affect you. It could be like a 1 out of 10 for you. All right. And then on the 27th, we have that full moon in Gemini. So a lot of things will be illuminated around this time regarding your career. All right. The thing with this full moon in Gemini is that Mercury also rules Gemini. I don't know if you know that. So it is a ruling planet for Gemini as well. It is going to square Neptune. And Neptune, again, all about illusion and imagination and creativity. So this square is more like it's bringing a little bit of fogginess. So it's just a day to like know the facts. There may be some like truths revealed around this time as well. Think about what happened or what you were doing back in June 17th. Remember, this full moon is corresponding to that one. All right. So you could see some kind of like a little bit of clarity around this time. But let's see what's going on for you around the last week of November. You got the Hangman. Okay. Very, very interesting. So when I say know the facts, really know the facts at this point. And the reason I say that is because Mercury, your ruling planet, is squaring Neptune. This card, ruled by Neptune. So Hangman. So very interesting how that showed up. And it is all about remember how I said Jupiter is in your ninth house of your belief system, your philosophy, spirituality. That's what this card is like, looking at the world in a different way, seeing things in a different way, preparing yourself for your big transformation, which is coming because the Hangman comes right before the Death card. Okay, so it looks like there is going to be something that does come to conclusion, but it feels more like a feel good one. Okay. Especially, with the Hangman, you see the halo around his head. I mean, that's a lot of enlightenment, right? So there is something that is, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. There is definitely something coming to an end here for this auspicious new beginning. You definitely are going through some transformation, but again, there's that ending here as well. So you can see that there is something coming to an end for you, some new beginning that is going to be very auspicious. And then you did get these clarifiers with the Five of Wands and the Page of Wands, all right, for the Hanged Man. So it really is, again, just like this is mostly there is something that it's like, again, a lot of that family energy is coming through. There could be something that may, it's just like the biggest message is just know the facts, know the facts. Because there could be some, like Neptune is making things a little like, what's going on? Kind of like, like halfway through the Truman Show, he's like, what's going on? Like things are not like so clear here, like, but just, and then Mercury in Sagittarius is just like a whole other thing. So keep that in mind. But then you did also get the Page of Wands, so indicating there is something new to come that you're completely compelled by. But looking at your entire spread, yeah, you're moving in this new direction that is bringing you a lot of abundance, and it just like it could be a little bit. It's not going to come like on a silver platter, but for a lot of y'all, as long as you hang in there by the mid-month, like, yeah, it will. Okay, as long as you have that gratitude for some of y'all, yeah, it definitely you got the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, absolutely. It's just, remember though, I did say that card is hugely attached to karma, so always be constantly working with your karma. All right. So Virgo, this is another big reading for you. Wow. All right. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great. If you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. If you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I'm very excited for you. Yeah, sure. There is going to be something that is going to come to an end that may be like emotional for you, but it's all for this auspicious, like amazing new beginning. Like, come on, like, are you like, come on, like, you're good, you're absolutely good here, you're good. All right, Virgo, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.